Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. In verse number 55 in the holy book of Quran, the chapter is called chapter Al-Baqarah. Allah is saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wa iz qultum ya Musa lan nu'mina laka hatta narallaha jahratan فَأَخَذَتْكُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. In this verse, Allah is telling another event, another episode of the things and events that happen with the children of Israel. And they were people of special kind. And after all those blessings and all those favors and all those things that were done in their favor and for their sake, so many things were done. But they, every day, they brought another thing that put as an excuse to divert from the way of Allah. Every time they had another excuse, and this was their behavior like thing. And now in this verse they are saying, and Allah is narrating that from them, that they said to their prophet Musa, وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ, and remember when you said to Moses, لَن نُؤْمِنَ لَكَ, never we will believe in you, we will not believe you ever, unless narallaha jahratan, unless we see God openly, outright, in front of our eyes. And as we see you, we should see him, then we accept. And this of their talk came after Moses said to them that he goes on the mountain and he talks to God, and he takes the commands from him, and he took the commands from him, and he brought all those commands for the people of Israel. Now they don't have any excuse except to say that if Allah can meet you, what's wrong with us? Oh, he's not meeting us, and no, he's not talking to us. So they said that we do not accept your talk and your conveying of the message of Allah. You make a meeting for us, and we want to see Allah and God. وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ, and remember, O children of Israel. All these things Allah is reminding them so that they should know that what kind of thinking they had and what they behaved in the history, and how they came to this day after doing all those things and all those unjust acts and unjust wants and things that they wanted, and Allah kept blessing on them and did not punish them so much, and did not destroy them, and did not put his chastisement like those of he did on Pharaoh's folk or other nations, that he destroyed them and ruined them and removed them from the earth, and did not remain for them any remain. And this kind of act Allah did not do to them. So all this is blessing of Allah, that He is reminding them again and again. Here Allah is saying that وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ, you were the people that you said to Musa, لَن نُؤْمِنَ لَكَ, we don't believe you, we don't want to take the message from you, we want to take the message from Allah directly. حَتَّى نَرَى اللَّهَ جَهْرَةً, we want to see Him openly, directly, in front of our eyes. So what happened then? Allah is here in this verse only mentioning it and giving a very brief taste of that story, but the full story is told in some other ayat and some other chapters of this book. And here, because it is said like this, we also keep it brief and go for the detail to those ayat when they come to be explained. So Allah said, Hatta narallah jaratan fa'akhazatkum as-sa'iqa, when you demanded like this. And briefly I should say, Moses took and selected 70 people from these people, the most prudent people and the most who were on the high ranking of every tribe of them. There were 12 of these tribe like that they had been. So from each of them, some of them were selected, the most highest of them, and they went to meet Allah, and Allah said that this will not like this, and it will not happen like this, and you are not the one who can endure my visit, and only see I show my power, or I show my we can say light on the mountain, on a mountain nearby, and if it stands it could withstand it, then you see me, otherwise you cannot. When it was done to the mountain, the light came and it was done to the mountain, the mountain became dust, and it changed to dust, and these people, all of them, they were dead, all of them. So here Allah is saying, فَأَخَذَتْكُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ, that thunderstorm, that thunderbolt, that a heavenly thunder, or that lightning that comes from heaven, or from we see it from the thunder that comes before rain, or this kind of thing. فَأَخَذَتْكُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ, that lightning that comes from heaven. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ, while you are seeing that, and that happened in front of you, and your eyes were open and you were seeing that, and what happened to them? فَأَخَذَتْكُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ. فَأَخَذَتْ here does not mean that that lightning took you. It means that this lightning caused you the death, and they were demised, and they were put into death by that sa'iq, or that lightning. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ, and it happened in front of your eyes. You wanted to see it, so then see it now. And they saw it as they were dead, and now Allah is saying that this happened when you demanded such a thing. So because the next ayah is very related to this, and it is very short ayah and with short verse, so we do it in the we continue this session and say in verse number 56, Allah is saying, Summa ba'asnakum, and when all of those people, they got dead and they were there, Summa ba'asnakum, then we resurrect you, gave you again life and revived you. Min ba'de mautikum, after your death we again revived you. And in this in this one act, Allah featured so many things. He showed His power, He showed His presence, His being, His presence, His message, and also He showed them that there will be a resurrection day and the day of judgment, and that also is possibility that they will be revived again. If now they can be revived and they are revived after death, in a future also this will happen. And in one act Allah showed them all the principle of belief, and all the principle of belief are showed and presented and presented to them in one act. Summa basnakum min ba'di mawtikum la'allakum tashkurun. And Allah here again says that all is done this that you may be grateful to Allah and you may return to Allah and be grateful to Him. Though man is not so much thankful, that Allah is saying وَقَلِيلٌ مِنْ عِبَادِي الشَّكُورِ. Very few, how few people are that they are grateful to Allah and they make they offer their thanks to Allah and be thankful servant to Allah. But they are very, very less and few according to the book and according to the reality. This episode of the events of children of Israel, now it is ended here, and in the next ayah there is another thing that happened, and there was another demand and there was another event. Inshallah we'll discuss it in the next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.